Hello everyone, I have Billy Estes from the Midwest Theater joining me today, and we're going to be talking about a couple of events literally tonight and then a little later this week for Valentine's Day. First of all, thank you very much
Thanks
for
having
joining me. Tonight we've got a pretty neat act coming in that's from China.
Yes, we have the Peking Acrobats. We're so excited to have them at the theater. A few years ago we had a similar act and the crowd just loved them, so we looked for another act to fit that puzzle, and so Peking Acrobats are coming in tonight. The show's at 7:30. They do an amazing job of like displaying the human ability of the body athletically, the gymnastics, the tumbling. And as I sit there and watched the last time we had acrobats, thinking, there's a curtain there, but there's really a cement wall right behind it.
Sure.
So that they can get that kind of momentum up and then still stop and not crash into the wall. This particular group does an amazing pergola stack of chairs where they're going to stack 6 chairs on top of each other.
Wow.
There's no safety guide wires. It's just literally the chairs, and the guy will almost be able to touch the ceiling in the theater. And it's quite amazing to watch that, and there's some tension around that.
I'm sure there is. Now, the stage of the Midwest isn't necessarily as big as what you might see in other venues.
Pretty much what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
We're approximately 25 by 34, and there's no wings after that. So that really limits the type of acts that we can bring in sometimes, because there's no place to store things or be cast and crew off the stage. It really creates some staging issues, but we've made it work. So this group has been touring 30 plus years. They're based out of China. They've been in the States since about mid-November, touring on the road.
Yeah.
They should have a really tight show, and if you are looking for something, it's family friendly, exhilarating, something you've maybe not experienced. This is a fun show to bring out the kids to.
And the tickets for those?
They range 32 to 42,
okay,
depending on the location of the seat. As of a couple of days ago, there's still lots of tickets.
Okay.
There'll be tickets at the door tonight for sure.
Sure.
So if you haven't gotten your tickets, feel free just to come down. We open at 6:45. And the show's at 7:30.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one coming up here tonight.
Oh yes,
definitely. And I was going to ask about their touring, because with all the stuff happening with China and the coronavirus, I was wanting to double check. And of course, so nothing to worry about, folks.
They've been in the States since mid-November, and none of them have left to go see anybody, so they're just here.
So they're here, and they've been touring, and chances are they're not going back for a while.
Yes.
And so as long as they have venues like the Midwest to book and perform in, they're going to be around for a while.
Sheridan yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And they're in Scottsbluff tonight, and then I don't know where they go on after that.
So making a swing through the Midwest.
Yep, making a swing
through the Rocky
through the
Mountain
Midwest
area right now.
Hopefully there's no snow where they're traveling to.
I was going to say, this is February. You're not going to get away from snow in this area at this time of year. Of course, that's not the only thing that's going on with the Midwest Theater. There's a big performance coming up here, Valentine's Day on Friday. It's the Everly set that's going to be taking the stage, and we'll be back in just a moment with Billy and tell you more about that. And we're back talking with the executive director of the Midwest Theater, Billy Estes, and we've been talking about the Peking Acrobats that are going to be here tonight, as well as coming up a little later. Yeah, this week.
2 shows in a week.
2 shows in a week. That's what you get with the Midwest Theater. You get one performance, and then a little later in the week, another performance, and then, of course, movies after that, I'm sure. But coming up Friday, we have the Everly set.
The Everly set. The Midwest Theater kind of has unintentionally created this tradition of Valentine shows.
Yeah.
So about the last 10 years, almost every year we have a show right around Valentine's Day. And so we're excited to be bringing in the Everly set this year. It's Jack and Sean.
Yep.
They are wonderful vocalists. I had the opportunity to see them back in September. And they consider themselves approximators.
Okay.
So they, approximate the Everly Brothers. And if you think about the memories of the Midwest Theater, the heyday of the theater, mid-50s, early 60s, you might have been driving down Broadway in Scottsbluff, doing whatever you do while you cruise in the back seat with your girlfriend or boyfriend and thinking about those romantic ballads. And that's the evening that we hope to recreate. So the Everly set will be here Friday the 14th. It's Valentine's night proper. Tickets are still available for that show. They are starting to fill up on the main floor and moving up into the balcony.
Okay.
So it's just going to be a nice evening of romantic ballads, music. And they also maybe we'll do a cover of a Beatles song, Simon and Garfunkel.
And I had talked to them earlier last week on the phone. and both Jack and Sean. And Sean's a veteran of the group Rockapella, which I was aware of from back in the 80s when Spike Lee had Do It A Cappella, which was a special performance that was put together, and Rockapella was on there. A song called Zombie Jamboree, which is one of my favorites. I'll have to play it for you sometime. And of course, they were well known for the theme song for Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which kind of started them down that road. And of course, Jack is Jack Fuller is a Disney recording artist. Started at 14. They really started getting together as the Everly set when they were 19, about 5 years later, after a gig in Manhattan, a one-night gig. And hey, people love this stuff. And they were talking about all of these songs from the Everlys, including some of the covers that they do of other groups, are relationship songs. And so they do also talk about the relationship between Don and Phil, which was a little tempestuous at times, and
brothers are that way,
and that's the way it happens in families. But you'll also get to hear a little bit about the relationship between Sean and Jack, who have like 30 years between them, approximately, a little more than that.
Substantial age difference between them.
Yeah, but I love the Everly brothers and the songs and the harmonies and the themes of those songs, bringing them together on the stage. It's gonna be kind of fun. It's really kind of a neat setup.
Yeah, it really is. And they just really, like when you see them and you hear them, I mean, they share that microphone the same way the Everly Brothers did, which creates this unique harmony rather than if you were miking them as separate people. There's a skill to that. You know, if we were sharing a mic in the room, it wouldn't sound the same as if we both had our own mics on like we do today. So the Everly Brothers really set that tone, and they really do a wonderful job of
approximating
and honoring that.
Yeah, they sound a lot like the Everlys in that harmony that they had. And of course, the Everly Brothers influenced the Beatles, the Beach Boys, all kinds of different acts in the 60s and the 70s. Yeah, oh, absolutely. So that's coming up here on Friday, and there's also packages available.
So we're not selling the dinner packages are now off sale. But we still have our Champagne and Bubbles project. Our package that we offer. It's $40, bottle of Asti or Moscato Bubbles, a lovely little box of chocolates from Café de Paris, and a long stem rose. And that's $40, and you can buy them at the door, but if you can pre-purchase when you buy tickets, it helps us a lot. And then we decided to do something a little different with the proceeds from that sale this year. We're splitting the proceeds between the Midwest Theater's Marquee Fund and the West Nebraska Arts Center's window renovation fund.
Great.
We're both, as nonprofit organizations, are facing hail damage.
Unfortunately.
As everybody other homeowner in Scottsbluff or business owner. So we decided, like, it's Valentine's Day. Let's share the love. We love our sister arts organization, and so if you purchase one of those packages, those proceeds will be donated to the Arts Center, and the other half will be allocated towards the Midwest Theater Marquee Fund, which is still not lit, and we are getting ready to be making some official announcements probably in the next 6 weeks or so of what our long-term repair plan is.
And of course, it will be back in its glory, I'm sure.
It will be.
Of course, restoring it is going to take some expertise to get it all done. But of course, tonight we have the Peking Acrobats. The tickets still available. And of course, with the Everly set coming in on Friday. And again, how do you get tickets?
632-4311 or MidwestTheater.com.
Or stopping by the
Stop by and see us. One last little plug. The end of the month, we have the Omaha Symphony in for 2 nights too. So be thinking back a little farther into the month. Like if you want to come to another show, there's always something coming up.
Yeah, and a couple of them, of course, musical related. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us.
Happy Valentine's Day.